Yasu Malakizo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Keanu Reeves. Ladies and gentlemen, I've mentioned this many times before. I'm a very proud Canadian from a little borough called East York. That's in Toronto, that's in Ontario, and that's in Canada. One of our many awesome exports that we've had over the years, over the last 4 decades, is the awesome, a very cool guy, and quite possibly one of the nicest actors to ever bless us on this beautiful planet Earth. His name is Keanu Reeves. And I like to spend this podcast just talking about him, talking about how I grew up watching him in great movies like The Matrix and John Wick and Speed. And you know, when Speed happened, a lot of people don't know this. He actually inspired. It actually sounds like the bus going by right now. He actually inspired the whole buzz cut. Now, this man has a beautiful head of hair. We all know that. I don't think he's aged in the last 40 years. I don't know how he does it. He did a vampire movie. Maybe that rubbed off him. I don't know. The point is, he started that whole trend. And, you know, like a lot of cool guys, they start a lot of cool trends. So I'd like to talk a little bit about him, if you don't mind. And as always, I like to refer to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. And let's just see what Keanu Reeves has been up to the last few years, all his life, whatever. It's a nice day. Let's just get into this. Keanu Charles Reeves, born September 2nd, 1964, is a Canadian actor, musician, film producer, and director. Born in Beirut, Reeves grew up in Toronto, Ontario. Yeah. He started acting in theater productions and in television films before making his mainstream film debut in Young Blood. Awesome movie. We'll get into that. Reeves gained recognition in his breakthrough role as Ted Theodore Logan in the science fiction comedy Bill and Ted: Excellent Adventure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw the new trailer for the new Bill and Ted, which will be the third movie. The last movie was made, like 30 years ago or something like that? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty promising. Everyone's been waiting for this. Everyone's going to wait for the new John Wick movie. We're always waiting for the next Keanu Reeves project. So this guy is always busy and always shows how much he loves his fans. And there's that clip of him on the subway, and he's offering some woman his seat. And, you know, he's such a nice guy. He shows up on The Late Show, and Stephen Colbert even asks him, "What do you think happens when we die?" And he says, "I know the people that love us the most will miss us." And even Stephen Colbert's like, you know, some people are just so nice in this world that they, like, it doesn't matter how nice you are, you know, which, you know, most of the world, I mean, let's face it, we're not that nice. And, you know, and then we meet, you know, our guardian angel like Keanu Reeves. And, you know, he just makes us feel like absolute shit. You know, and not because he's a bad person, but because he's so nice that it just makes us look at our lives and say, hey, can we be better people? You know, will we be better people? Probably not. But, you know, for those, like, couple seconds, we're like, fuck, I wish I was a better person. I'm really getting off topic here, but the point is, I'm looking forward to this movie. Anything Keanu Reeves will do, I'm in. It doesn't matter. John Wick 12, I'm looking forward to that. I don't care. Anyways, this was followed by a supporting role in Ron Howard's comedy Parenthood, 1991's Point Break, sequel Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and the independent drama My Own Private Idaho. For playing a street hustler in the last of these, Reeves was critically praised. For his performance, he had a supporting role in Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was nominated for 4 Academy Awards. The action thriller Speed, in which Reeves was cast as a police officer, garnered critical and commercial success and helped Reeves gain further recognition. He followed this with a series of films that failed at the box office, including Johnny Mnemonic, Chain Reaction, and The Last Time I Committed Suicide. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know one of those movies. I remember Johnny Mnemonic. It wasn't that good. Anyways. However, his performance in the supernatural horror The Devil's Advocate was well received. Global stardom followed soon after with his lead role as computer hacker Neo in the science fiction thriller The Matrix. The film was a commercial success and won 4 Academy Awards, although its sequels, Reloaded and Revolutions, were met with mixed reception. I have a more direct answer to those sequels, but we'll get into that later. In 2005, Reeves played exorcist John Constantine in Constantine, and a dentist in the comedy drama Thumbsucker. He also starred in an animation A Scanner Darkly, romantic drama The Lake House, science fiction thriller The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the crime thriller Street Kings. In 2013, he made his directorial debut with Men of Tai Chi, or Chi, as we like to pronounce it, which garnered warm reception but was a box office bomb. Jeez, Wikipedia, you don't hold anything back, eh? In 2014, Reeves played the titular assassin, Titular. Yeah, that sounds right. In the neo-noir action thriller John Wick, which was a commercial success and was generally well received. A year later, he starred in Knock Knock and narrated 2 documentaries, Deep Web and Me Funny? The Last Samurai. 2016 saw Reeves star in 5 films, including The Neon Demon. My Matrix. The Bad Batch and The Whole Truth. He also starred in a web television series, Swedish Dicks. What? He returned to the John Wick franchise in the commercially successful sequels, John Wick Chapter 2 and John Wick Chapter 3. In 2019, Reeves voiced Duke Carboom in Toy Story 4. Reeves has spent most of his career typecast as the action hero saving the world is a recurring character arc in many roles he has portrayed, such as the characters of Ted Theodore Logan, Gautama Buddha, Neo, Johnny Mnemonic, John Constantine, and Klaatu. In addition to acting, he plays bass guitar for the band Dogstar and pursued other endeavors such as writing. So, there you have it. No, I'm going to talk more. But seriously, what's wrong with being typecast as the dude that saves the world? You know? I mean, when you're an action star, that's basically what you are. You're, for the most part, you play the good guy and you're trying to save the world, Trying to save people from the Matrix or the many demons, non-fiction and, non-fiction. And, playing a kick-ass Canadian motorcycle in motorcycle guy. Dry mouth, guys. in Toy Story 4. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Need a sip of water, I'm sorry. That is some good natural Canadian spring water. The point is, there's nothing wrong with playing these roles. He's such a nice guy. He is such a nice guy. And yet he finds the time in his life to play these kick-ass roles. Shame on you people for treating him with such disrespect with the bad reviews of movies. Who cares? Who cares? My theory is, if you're an actor, and if one out of every the five movies you do, it does well, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. Okay? Keanu Reeves has provided us with many years of entertainment. And he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. A lot of people forget that. Actually, a lot of people don't forget that. That's basically what he's known for. But the point is, he's very thankful of his success, which is something that we should all be very proud of. I know I am. As a fellow Canadian, I feel that it's kind of the attitude. I mean, he's a good representation of that. Not all Canadians are pushovers, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, we know how good we have it up here. And we'd like to share that with the world. I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about his early life, if you let me, please. Thank you. That's my politeness. Keanu Charles Reeves was born in Beirut, in September, I'll get that right one day, on September 2nd, 1964. As the son of Patricia, a costume designer and performer, and Samuel Nowlin Reeves, Jr., his mother is English, originated from Essex. His father is from Hawaii and is of Chinese, English, Irish, Native Hawaiian, and Portuguese descent. That's a hell of a combo. And we all know how chill those Hawaiians are, okay? These people are awesome. They're chilling on the beach, having the roast, dancing. You can tell. His father earned a GED while serving time in prison for selling heroin at Hilo International Airport. Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. His mother was working in Beirut when she met his father. He abandoned his wife and family when Reeves was 3 years old. Reeves last met his father on the island of Kaiuawi when he was 13. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Wow. I did not know that. Wow. After his parents divorced in 1966, his mother moved the family to Sydney and then to New York City, where she married Paul Aaron, a Broadway and Hollywood director, in 1970. The couple moved to Toronto, Ontario, and divorced in 1971. When Reeves was 9, he participated in a theater production of Damn Yankees. At 15, he worked as a production assistant on Aaron's films. Reeves' mother then married Robert Miller, a rock music promoter. In 1976, the couple divorced in 1980. She subsequently married her fourth husband, a hairdresser named Jack Bond, which lasted until 1994. Reeves and his sisters grew up primarily in the Yorkville neighborhood of Toronto, with grandparents and nannies caring for them. Because of his grandmother's descent, he grew up around Chinese art, furniture, and cuisine. Reeves watched British comedy shows such as The Two Ronnies, and his mother imparted English manners that he has maintained into adulthood. Wow, that's crazy. For those of you who don't know, Yorkville is a very nice area. I'm not gonna lie to you, you gotta have a little bit of money to live there for sure. But yeah, it's very nice. It's very chill. This explains a lot about him. I mean, like, even here, it says here, he described himself as a private kid. Reeves attended 4 different high schools, including the Tobico School of the Arts, from which he was expelled. Oh, shit. Reeves stated that he was expelled because he was just a little too rambunctious and shot his mouth off once too often. Really? Wow. It's like the complete opposite of what he is now. Was not generally the most well-oiled machine in the school. Who is, you know? For those of you who don't know, Etobicoke, again, you know, it's a very nice area overall, you know? It's got its rough parts, whatever, you know, but it's nice, you know? I'm told the School of Arts is cool as well. I mean, that's what I've heard, but yeah, this, okay, wow. At De La Salle College, he was a successful ice hockey goalkeeper. Reeves had inspirations to become a professional ice hockey player for the Canadian Olympic team, but decided to become an actor when he was 15. After leaving the college, he attended Avondale, one of those, secondary alternative school, which allowed him to obtain an education while working as an actor. He dropped out of high school when he was 17. He obtained a green card through his American stepfather and moved to Los Angeles 3 years later. Reeves holds a Canadian citizenship by naturalization. Well, that's awesome. American, Canadian, doesn't matter. We still love this man. You know what? Sometimes when you grow up, you have you're still finding yourself, like a lot of actors are, you know. A lot of these actors, they just fall into it, you know. He saw something that he liked and he said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do this. I've heard that he was a very good goalkeeper and he did have a very good chance of maybe making it to the NHL. But, you know, it's clear to see that he definitely had other plans. And I would say things worked out very well. You know, but there's a lot of things that we don't know about Keanu Reeves. You know, a lot of random facts. Would you guys like me to read off a couple to you? If you don't mind. Sorry, that's that Canadian, you know, mentality I got to ask before you receive. Please and thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry. Reeves was game for a Speed sequel all the way up until he read the script and thought it was so bad that it would sink his career. No pun intended. He was not a fan of switching to a cruise ship as he thought it would be too slow. And he wasn't wrong. Always the gentleman, he told the people involved in Speed 2, I love you guys, but I just can't do it. He even reportedly turned down between 11 million and 12 million to return. It's funny that they say this because I heard eventually he just wanted to do the devil's advocate. And I don't know, maybe that was his kind of loophole to get out of this. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you. When I was younger, I used to go to the drive-in. I think I've said this before. If you're free, you get in, you know, if you're free under the age of 12. I believe me and my friend were 12 for about 6 years. So, you know, we had a pretty good run. And yeah, we saw one movie, I forgot what it was, and unfortunately we had to sit through Speed 2, I think first, which yeah, it wasn't very good. I don't know how much they paid Sandra Bullock, God only knows, but yeah, he definitely made the right decision on this one, for sure. For sure. Reeves was cast as the lead in Speed after the director saw him in Point Break. But before he landed the role, it was offered to a who's who of 90s actors like Stephen Baldwin, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Wesley Snipes, and Woody Harrelson. I love Tom Hanks, don't get me wrong, but I would say out of those 5 names, I can't see Tom Hanks doing it. I'm sorry. I get, you know, you want to talk about nice guys? I think he's way too nice to do that shit. No way. I can't see it. Can I see Tom Hanks on an island having a relationship with a volleyball? Absolutely. But this, no. Good choice again. It was widely known that Reeves is Canadian, No shit. But what people may not know is that he wasn't born in Canada. Well, we know that already. Thank you. Thank you. See, again, like, I almost hate to keep bringing this up, but Keanu Reeves is Canadian. I think you've heard this before. Like, can the rest of the world just not accept that, he is officially Canadian? It doesn't matter if he wasn't born here. Who cares? He's one of us, and he always will be one of us. So, nah. Reeves played bass in a grunge band called Dogstar from 1991 to 2002, and they were about as good as the name suggests. Just ask Reeves himself. He acknowledges that they weren't very good, as evident by a disaster gig they played at a festival where fans showered the stage with beers and booze during a Grateful Dead cover. Throughout their 11-year run, they managed to produce 2 albums and 1 EP, with the career highlight coming when they played at the Glastonbury. I gotta learn how to read, guys. I'm sorry. Glastonbury. There you go. Festival in the UK in 1999. Okay, so music didn't work out. Matrix franchise, John Wick franchise. Yeah, again, shit worked out. Reeves has acted in virtually every medium of entertainment in his career, dating all the way back to when he was a kid. He had roles in community theater, local television, and commercials, with his first acting credit coming from a Coca-Cola commercial, which is not true. There's something he did before that, but commercial in 1983. He would later make his official film debut in the Canadian short film One Step Away in 1985, and his feature film debut in a hockey movie, Youngblood, in 1986, where he played a goalie. Irony? Yeah. But, awesome movie. I will get into that in a little bit. When Reeves turned 19 years old, he decided it was time to make a run at becoming an actor full-time and moved to Los Angeles. However, before making that jump and developing a successful acting career, Reeves had part-time jobs growing up in Canada, working at a hockey rink and an Italian food store. This almost sounds like my childhood. Okay. Fans of the Bill and Ted franchise collectively lost their minds earlier this year when a YouTube video popped up featuring Reeves and Alex Winter making the official announcement that the trilogy will be completed by summer 2020 with Bill and Ted Face the Music. It will be nearly 20 years. I said 30, but whatever. The last movie was released back in 1991, but this one could have arrived earlier as the script was completed in 2011. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes a very long time to make a movie about 2 rockers who are also stoners. It's pretty obvious at this point. It takes a long time for these projects to get, up and running. Like I said, Keanu Reeves has been very busy. And yes, talked about this before. We're all looking forward to it. We all know what's going on in the world today. Best case scenario, we see it on the big screen. Worst case scenario, it'll be on demand. So, just today I watched The King of Staten Island, which was an excellent movie. So, I'm sure it was meant to be in theaters, but hey, what are you going to do? Either way, people will see it. The director of Speed, Jan de Bont, didn't want Reeves to have long hair in the movie because he felt like it made Reeves look too young and more like a hippie. As a response to this, Reeves ended up shaving his head completely bald, which terrified everyone at the studio, who were taken aback when they first saw him. It ended up growing in a little bit before they actually started filming. Yes, it's true. It's true. Like I said before, he started that whole trend. The man had a beautiful head of hair. He still does. I don't know what he does, Head and Shoulders, whatever, but he started that whole trend in the 90s. I'm telling you. Look it up. Look it up. Reeves may be a fan favorite actor for a lot of people, but it is fair to say that critics are not always in favor of his style of acting. This is evident from his film's rating on Rotten Tomatoes, as he associated with 35 rotten movies compared to 26 fresh movies. His 3 highest rated movies on the site are Dangerous License, Parenthood, and Speed, all at 93%, with the worst rated movie being Generation at the lowest of the low at 0%. First of all, guys, again, I've probably said this before. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it to the day I die. I don't go on Rotten Tomatoes, okay? Keep in mind, guys, Rotten Tomatoes is owned by Paramount. Enough said. Go on IMDb. It's way more accurate, although I don't understand the high rating of Gravity, but we'll talk about that another day. The point is, whatever. He's made a couple clunkers. Who cares? What actor hasn't? Okay? Come on. Let's grow up here. You're better than that. Although John Wick and Neo are essentially superheroes without the capes, Reeves has never played a comic book superhero, but not from lack of interest or trying. If he could have it his way, Reeves would play Batman or Wolverine. I could maybe see Batman, but Wolverine, although Wolverine is Canadian, so yeah. And was even in consideration for the latter in X-Men, but lost out to Hugh Jackman. He was also almost cast as Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. I think Keanu Reeves one day, I think you're going to eventually see him as some kind of comic book superhero. I'm sure something will pop up. I'm sure, I always thought maybe like if they took it more seriously, with these, I could start a whole fucking thing here about the whole Fantastic Four and how they've failed with all 4 movies. But he could maybe play like a serious version of Mr. Fantastic. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Reeves' movies may not be winning Academy Awards, but they are winning the box office when they're released. No shit. He currently has a lifetime box office gross of $1,963,443,716 from 47 movies. And when adjusted for ticket price inflation, it goes up to $3,332,000,000. Sorry, fuck, that's a shit ton of numbers. $908,500. That is holy shit. I hope he's got points. His 3 highest gross movies of all time are, unsurprisingly, the Matrix trilogy, with The Matrix Reloaded coming in first, The Matrix second, and Matrix Revolutions third. He earned a decent payday for those movies alone, which helped contribute to his $360 million net worth. Whoa. People can say what they want about Reeves' acting abilities, but they can't deny his passion and drive to make the best movie possible. This is why he took a multi-million-dollar pay cut for The Devil's Advocate, so they could afford to cast Al Pacino, and a 90% pay cut on Replacements, so they can hire Gene Hackman. I also heard that he just wanted to work with Al Pacino. Who doesn't want to work with Al Pacino? I'm half Italian. I'll work with the man for free. I don't care. Okay, I'll get him his coffee. I don't give a shit. Replacements, very underrated comedy, great cast of people. Gene Hackman kicks ass. I think Gene Hackman is like over 90 now. I heard he's retired in Mexico and he paints all day. Whatever. The guy is fucking awesome. If you've never seen The French Connection, shame on you. But that's how cool Keanu Reeves is. Further proof that Reeves did not pursue a career in acting for the money alone comes from his time working on the Matrix trilogy. He was paid handsomely for his contribution to that film's success, but he also understood and acknowledged that it takes an entire team of people in various departments to pull all that off. That is why he gave away $75 million of his payday from the 2 Matrix sequels to the special effects and costume design teams. And to top it off, he bought the entire stunt team Harley Davidson motorcycles. Holy shit. Wow. Oof. That's beyond nice. I'm pretty sure at this point Keanu Reeves is considered a god. Wow. And yeah, you know, I mean, they always said the devil rides a motorcycle. I think that's bullshit. It's definitely a heaven thing now. Wow. Holy cow, that is wow. And he loves his motorcycles, you know, hence that's why he played the dude in Toy Story 4. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, well, good luck topping that one. Don't forget to book off June 15th from work this year so you can celebrate Cheer Up Keanu Reeves Day, which is a legitimate day. Oh, that's coming up. Or as legitimate as people want it to be. This day was created by the website 4chan after the sad Keanu memes started popping up on the internet in June 2010, featuring a rather sad-looking Reeves eating a sandwich on the bench. I'm not going to lie to you. I've never, well, have I ever eaten a sandwich on a bench? How happy can you look eating a sandwich on a bench? Honestly, I mean, benches are okay. I mean, the spacing between the wood there, like even for a big guy, I have no ass. I don't know. I'll get to that another time. But the point is, I mean, the internet will rip people apart. But it is nice that they have a day just for Keanu Reeves. So, yeah, that's cool. Can we not make it a holiday? Or I mean, that'd be even better. Reeves' criminal record isn't entirely squeaky clean, as he has had a few run-ins with the law, now counting the paparazzo case that was thrown out, that revolved around driving. He was arrested in 1993 for driving under the influence. He confessed immediately, and in 2006, he was pulled over for running a red light. Listen, when you're in the Matrix, you don't have time to look at lights, okay? Can we not let this shit go? Come on. Even after achieving financial success in his career, Reeves stayed busy as an actor and never ended up finding a place to call home. He would spend his nights in hotels like the Chateau Marmont, I think I said that right, and classy, and in on-set trailers. He confessed in an interview that he stayed in a hotel for almost 4 years in the 90s. He finally decided to lock down a permanent residence around 2008 when he bought a $4 million house in the Hollywood Hills. Listen, if you could afford to stay in a hotel, just do it. You got people waiting on you. You tip well. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he's a very nice tipper. Not the stories that you hear about Tiger Woods always forgetting his wallet. I'm sure Keanu never forgets his wallet. You know why? Because most people that ride a motorcycle have the chain that's connected to the wallet to the pants, okay? So he's never going to forget his shit. Enough said. Reeves is a motorcycle fanatic. See? Speak of the devil. So much so that he started his own motorcycle manufacturing company called ARC Motorcycle Company. He was even gifted a $50,000 West Coast chopper from motorbike built Jesse James on his 40th birthday. Surprisingly, his passion and love for motorcycles hasn't changed over the years, even though they have been responsible for some pretty serious injuries he's sustained from riding. He ruptured his spleen, broken his ankle, gotten burns and stitches, had a tooth go through his upper lip, and lost a few teeth as well. Wow. Hey man, when you're on that bike and you basically feel like Steve McQueen, he can afford the extra teeth. Okay, don't worry about it. Reeves was nearly part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe this year, as he was intentionally cast as Captain Marvel as young Rogue, the mentor to Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. Unfortunately, the filming schedule conflicted with John Wick 3, and he had to drop out the last minute, with the role going to Jude Law. Keanu, you will have your chance. Trust me. And there goes a motorcycle right now. See, just everything works out perfect when I do a podcast. There's no soundproof walls here, guys. I just let everything go. There used to be a professor at the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California, who taught a film class where students would watch Reeves movies and use them as a departure point for discussing culture and philosophy. The course originally looked at films of European directors, Rainer Werner Fassbinder and Jean-Luc Godard, but the professor decided to mix it up one semester and spend 12 weeks looking at Reeves' filmography. Some of the movies screened were Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Point Break. Best class ever. Depending on who you ask, it is either criminal or justifiable that Reeves has never been nominated for an Oscar for acting. That prestigious award may have eluded him up to this point in his career, but there are many other awards that he's won. He's been nominated for 13 MTV Movie Awards and won 4: Most Desirable Male, Best On-Screen Duo, Best Fight, and Best Male Performance, as well as, unfortunately, 5 Razzies, which, if you don't know what a Razzie is, it's basically the complete opposite of an Oscar. 1 year, Halle Berry won Best Actress, and then the next year she won a Razzie, but she accepted it. Halle Berry's awesome. I will talk about her one day because she's awesome. 3 of Worst Actor and twice for Worst Supporting Actor, but has never won, which is technically a good thing. So there you go. He's too nice. You can't do that. Come on. Reeves turned down a role in the critically acclaimed movie Heat, where he would have acted opposite screen legends Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. In order to appear in Hamlet as the titular character, that would be somewhat understandable if it were a film version, but it wasn't. It was a play that was put on in a 7, 8, 9 seat theater. I don't know why I said it like that. In Manitoba, of all places. What's wrong with Manitoba? Fuck you. To be fair, he sold out the venue every night of its run and had people from countries as far as Japan and Finland come see the show. Wow, I never knew that. I wonder what role it was. What was it? Maybe the Val Kilmer role? I mean, Val Kilmer killed it in that too. So, I mean, yeah. But he already worked with Al Pacino, So, yeah, you know. I would have been in Heat. I'm just putting that out there. Glasgow, Scotland was home to the first ever Keanu Reeves Film Festival in 2019 called KeanuCon. Nice. It was a 2-day event that took place on April 27th and 28th and saw 11 movies screened, including such classics as The Matrix, Speed, and both Bill and Ted films. Soon to be Bill and Ted Part 3. Reeves has never been married, unless people want to count his marriage from the movie Dracula with Winona Ryder, which they technically could, sort of. The duo recently joked about this during the promotional tour for their movie, Destination Wedding, bringing up that the filmmakers for Dracula used a real Romanian priest to conduct a full marriage ceremony between the two actors for their wedding scene. Sure, that reasoning may not hold up in a court of law, but it could help someone win a trivia night. That's a stupid joke. Look, Winona Ryder is a cutie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. She is awesome. She's killing it right now in Stranger Things. Is this possible? I guess so. You know, I don't know. I just, you know, I think Keanu Reeves is maybe he's too cool for marriage. Not in a bad way. I mean, he's just, you know, maybe he's looking for that right person. You know, to I don't know. I don't know. They make a cute couple though. That's, you know, it's a that's a nice picture. Anyways, if anyone is thinking about naming their future child Keanu, know that it means cool breeze over the mountains in Hawaiian. More proof that Hawaiians are awesome. And for anyone who wasn't thinking about naming their kid Keanu, maybe consider it after finding that out. Okay, again, okay, whatever. I'm just saying, you know, don't do that. You know, I don't know. Do like Costanza or something. Name your kid Seven or something, or Soda or whatever. But that's unique. Just, you know, let him have it. That's it. Case closed. Apparently, Reeves went full method actor while filming the movie Feeling Minnesota, as he decided to smoke real cigarettes on screen. This was the first time he had ever smoked in his life. And as a result, he ended up becoming addicted to cigarettes at the age of 30. In a 2008 interview, he claimed he wanted to quit, but it's 2019 now, and he still smokes. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, listen, again, this all adds up to the whole relaxing feel. I mean, he's very chill. You know, when you have a cigarette, you just want to relax. You know, he's got that, you know, hippie look, like, you know, people say. You know, it's, you know, gods, you know, can't get cancer. You know, so just keep that in mind. Reeves shared an interesting story on Jimmy Kimmel Live a few years back about the time he saw a ghost, or just a floating jacket, or both. He's not entirely sure. The story goes that when he was about 6 years old, he was in his bedroom with his nanny when he saw a bodiless jacket float into a door frame and drop. Being a kid, he thought nothing of it, but when he looked over at his nanny, her jaw was just about to hit the floor. That's possible. You never know. Ghosts might be out there. Who knows? Although I did hear another story about Keanu Reeves where, you know, a lot of these stars, they got to put up with crazy stalkers, whatever. And I think one day he was in his bedroom, whatever. He's just kind of waking up in the middle of the night. So it's probably around 4 a.m., I think. And he looks at his doorway, you know, going into the bedroom there. And he just sees a woman leaning on the doorway looking at him. How the fuck she got in there? Who the fuck knows? Maybe the Matrix is real. The point is, that's fucked up, and nobody should ever do that. That's, I mean, you know, that's, dude, come on. Like a lot of actors trying to break into Hollywood, there was a brief period where Reeves' agents tried to convince him to change his name. He came up with two, and they are both equally terrible, so brace yourself. The first one was Chuck Spadina. What? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not from Toronto, there is an actual subway stop named Spadina, and maybe like Chuck Norris. I don't know. Maybe he combined the two. Who knows? Which his agents were not fans of. And the second was Templeton Page Taylor, which definitely stands out. What? You know what? Okay, I've heard stories that out of the three Indiana Joneses, and yes, I'm aware there's four, and they're making another one, but really, let's just consider the first three. Come on, that some people do like the second one the best. I mean, that's part of it. Wow. Exists a website called Keanu is Immortal, which posts that, Keanu is immortal. Makes sense? The site puts forth the theory that Reeves never ages and has had numerous identities throughout the years, like Charlemagne the King, born in 748, that was a while ago, and Paul Mounet, the French actor, born in 1847. Jimmy Fallon actually brought this up with him on his show, and Reeves technically never denied it. That's because it's stupid. Actually, to be honest with you, I mean, like, if he's been smoking since he was 30, fuck, first of all, that's a late time to start smoking. I mean, then again, I started smoking weed before I started smoking cigarettes. I was around 18, 19, whatever. I don't know if he's a chain smoker. I don't know, whatever. He's Keanu Reeves. He can do what he wants. The point is, he does age pretty well, Again, guys, when you're a god and, you have beautiful flowing hair, you could do whatever you want. So I'm sure that's a part of it as well. Plus the vampire thing, and, you chill in a casket for a couple of years. It's a rejuvenation. Reeves found himself in some legal trouble in 2008 when a paparazzo sued him after he claimed Reeves struck him with his car. That is bullshit. I'm not buying this. Resulting in a broken wrist. The paparazzo was looking for, and this is a very specific number for some reason, $711,974 in compensation. Where the fuck did they come up with these numbers? While Reeves maintained his innocence, claiming the paparazzo tried over his own feet and was never touched by the car. It took over a year and a half before the case wound up in court, but less than an hour for the jury to realize that the paparazzo was lying. Big shocker. Okay. Nice try there, coming up with a very specific number to throw us off. Asshole. Reeves made his directorial debut in 2013 with the movie Man of Tao Chi, and it remains today his only director credit. The film was, the film didn't do that well, guys. Let's just be honest. There's not much else to say. Things happen, it's okay. All I'll say is this, don't, just because you failed one time doesn't mean you can't do it again, Keanu, do it again, do it again. We got you. People paying attention to the filmography of Reeves may have noticed that he has an interesting relationship with the name John, as he's played 7 characters, soon to be 8, with that name throughout his career. He's been in no particular order: Jonathan Hacker, John Wall, Don John, Johnny Mnemonic, John Constantine, Johnny Utah, John Wick, and soon, John Rain. It can be a coincidence. He definitely lost a bet with someone. Or John is his lucky name. Maybe. Here's my theory on that one. I just thought of this. Isn't there a lot of saints named John? You know? John is a very old name, right? Almost biblical, right? What's in the Bible? God's. You know? Just, again, I'm just putting that out there. Not aging thing, you know, nice guy. God is a nice guy, you know, just, you know. It can't be all just the Canadian thing. I mean, no Canadian is that nice. I mean, you know, okay. I'm just, you know, I'm just throwing some shit out there. It's Friday. Fuck it. Reeves performs his own stunts for the John Wick franchise, which is insane at 50 plus years old. But his desire for an adrenaline seems to have been birthed on the set of Speed. The director of the movie, De Bont, said he was nervous in the beginning. Then he got addicted to the adrenaline, which is why he insisted on performing the stunt where he jumps from a car to the bus. I always wondered that too, because I thought, that looked like him. I mean, so, okay, that's cool. De Bont shot down the area, so Reeves secretly rehearsed the scene, and when it came time to film, he just went for it. De Bont's reaction when he saw his movie star literally jump for his life, I almost had a heart attack. Well, it was kick-ass. And it was crazy, too, because it almost looked like, I mean, not so much he didn't make it, but, like, I remember his legs that, you know, were kind of wobbling there. And, you know, all the nerves are gone, man. That's it. That's, you know, gods can also float. I just want to put that out there as well. That's what I've heard. Reeves is no stranger to lists, as he has been featured on quite a few throughout his career, most notably for his good looks. He's been featured in People's Magazine as one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world and on Empire Magazine's list of 100 sexiest stars in film history. The people at Empire Magazine are definitely fans of Reeves, and he's popped up several more times, like at number 23 on their top 100 movie stars of all time list, and number 64 as Neo from the Matrix trilogy for the 100 greatest movie characters. I saw this one scene where he was preparing for, I think, the third John Wick movie. He does all the things, whatever, and there's just a team of beautiful women right there, and you know, one of the women just said, "Oh, you got your own cheering section, you got your cheerleaders," and I'm like, this man has no problem getting a date. But before, remember when I mentioned about the one girl sneaking in there and I don't know, acting like the alarm at 4 a.m. There was another story that happened. It says things took an even weirder turn 3 days later. On September 15th, when Reeves had another break-in from a different female guest, but this time he wasn't there, and it was much more strange. The woman took a shower, then skinny dipped in his pool, which is weird because, I mean, usually you go for a dip and then you shower. Okay, anyways. Reeves' cleaning crew got suspicious and called him about it, and he called 911. Wow, that's okay. So sometimes having women obsess over you, it could be a bad thing. I mean, in this case, it was. You know, I don't know. Most people like remember back in the day where people used to break into houses and they used to steal shit and I don't know, not shower. Okay. Once again, who's doing the security at this house? I mean, a fucking pylon? I mean, Jesus. Reeves was set to welcome his first daughter into the world in 1999 with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Syme, but tragically struck when the baby was stillborn at 8 months old. She was named Ava Archer Syme Reeves, and they buried her in January 2000. Oh man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I mean I'm really sorry to hear that. And it says here also, this heartbreaking loss proved to be too much for the couple to handle, and they separated a few weeks later. But they remained friends. 2 years later, Reeves had to bury another loved one when Jennifer died in a car accident after losing control of her vehicle and getting thrown from it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh man. Sorry, guys. I just, yeah, wow. Yeah, I remember hearing about this, and yeah, like I said before, nobody deserves to go through this, especially a nice guy like Keanu. It sucks. It really, really sucks. And, that's the thing I always find amazing about Keanu Reeves is that, he's just being able to, through all the tragedies in his life, he's still able to go forward and just, and not only just be a real success, of an actor, but just as a person and just be really nice, to everyone and give his all. A lot of people would just, give up and just, retire. He just keeps going, man. So God bless him. I mean, honestly, the guy's an amazing human being, honestly, I mean, and he's done a lot. Like, he has done a lot of work. I mean, this is crazy what he's done. I mean, like I said, the guy's been acting for, 4 decades here, and he's pretty much kept steady, in his whole career. Like I said before, he's had his clunkers here and there, but who hasn't? Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I'm just saying. I mean, it's it's just amazing what this guy's done. And according to IMDb here, which is way better than Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. Okay, I just want to throw that in again. His first acting credit was in 1984. It was a TV series called Hangin' In, and he played a teen client. I've never heard of this. Hey, you got to start somewhere, TV show, not bad. Like I said before, he was in the Coca-Cola commercial, Coke is it? I know when I finish a marathon of cycling, I want to finish, my race off with a Coke. Yeah. Night Heat, TV series he did. He played Thug #1, and he played a mugger. Then he was in a TV movie, Letting Go. Comedy Factory TV series. He played a character called Crackers. I get it. Keanu Reeves is pretty white, but there's no, you don't have to, anyways. One Step Away. That was a short he did. Youngblood. Here we go. Okay, so like I said before, guys, I'm from a little borough called East York, and there's a scene in the movie where the couple is just walking down the street. It's basically between let's say O'Connor and Donlands, and they're walking towards just up the street there. It was taped late at night, obviously, and the street, I mean, a lot of the stores have changed, obviously. The theater's still there. Right across the street, that's where John Candy grew up. He would go to the movie theater there all the time, I was told. And it's pretty reminiscent to me. I love watching this movie. I'm Canadian hockey. It's got everything in it. It's a good little movie. Keanu Reeves is in it for that long. He plays the goalie. He tries to do his best to do a French accent. It's better than another accent he did in another movie. I'll get to that in a bit, but it's a good movie, good sports movie. Acting of Vengeance, TV movie. He did that one. The Magical World of Disney TV series. He was in that. All right, there you go. Whenever you're a kid or whatever, listen, if you can get any contract with Disney on your side, you're doing good. That's it, plain and simple. He was in a movie called Flying, which I never heard of. You can always tell, like, if, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. You can always tell when a movie's not that good because you just look at the movie poster and you're like, okay, this is just slapped together. Yeah, it got a 5.2 rating. It looks like Keanu Reeves is like the third lead in, but they put him like on the poster, of course, to promote the movie. Guys, you know how things are done. I don't got to tell you. So yeah. Anyways, the Brotherhood of Justice TV movie he did. River's Edge. Oh, I remember. This is a weird movie. Oh yeah, I remember this movie. Basically, this one dude, he finds this dead woman on the side of the river, and I don't know, for weeks she's just there, and the people don't know what to do with it, and then Dennis Hopper's in it, and oh shit, it's a weird but good movie. I'll just say that it's interesting. It's interesting. I'll just say that. Under the Influence TV movie, Babes in Toyland. That sounds like a porn. It's a TV movie. Blacks, photography, inventory sale, more commercials, more money. Trying Times, a TV series he did, MTV, music television. He was a presenter. Kellogg's Corn Flakes, I assume it's a commercial. What Goes Great with a Coke? Corn Flakes, of course. The Night Before, was a movie he did. I've never heard of it. All right. Permanent Record, another movie he did and never heard of. Okay. The Prince of Pennsylvania. Yeah, I've not heard of a lot of these movies. Look at this movie poster. It just shows him. He's got a crown around him, like he's trapped. Maybe he's trapped in a relationship. I don't know. Maybe that's what's implied there. I don't know. Dangerous Liaisons. I always forget how to pronounce this. Liaisons. There you go. This is a good little movie. It's always interesting to see John Malkovich do his thing too. Glenn Close, Michelle Pfeiffer. Good little movie. A little artsy fartsy, but I liked it. It's good. Like I said before, next movie made him a star. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Everyone loves this movie. It's a funny movie. George Carlin's in it. Rest in peace. To me, he's the best comedian of all time. We'll get into that another time. But excellent movie. Very entertaining. Very. It came out in 1989, but it's a very 80s themed movie. With The Rock and all that, and good fun movie. It's one of those movies like you're bored one day, you want a good laugh, you pop it on, boom, that's it. It's perfect. Great movie. American Playhouse TV series, Parenthood. Yeah, the one with Steve Martin. I remember this one. Yeah, that's right. He was in this for a little bit. I forgot about that. Yeah, he had a little bit of a role in that one. Yeah, good little movie. I liked it. Cute little movie for the whole family. But it's got some good people in it. It's funny. Yeah, I like it. I recommend it for sure. Tracy Ullman Show showed up in that. I Love You to Death. It's a movie he did. Never heard of it. It's got Kevin Kline, Tracy Ullman, William Hurt. A lot of these movies I've never even heard of. Tune In Tomorrow. ... Uh, yeah, I never heard of this one either. All right. Bill and Ted Excellent Adventures, the TV series, the cartoon. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was only on for a little bit, but you understand, at the time of the early 90s, even like mid 90s, like if there was like a hit TV show in the late 80s, early 90s, they made a cartoon out of it. Like it even made one out of Back to the Future. I wasn't that good, but whatever. It just, more money, more money, more money. That's all it was. So yeah, it was decent, Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure. It's a party, that's for sure. I can't believe I remember that 30 years later. I have no life. Okay, Providence. I don't remember this one either. Okay. Yeah, I have not seen a lot of his movies. Point Break, awesome. Him and Swayze, they play bank robbers. They're surfers as well. They got one cool criminal element. They got the other actually cool elements, surfing and all that. And Gary Busey's in it. He's fucking awesome too. Great movie. Great movie. I love it. I love it. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the sequel, of course, to Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventure. Not as good as the first one, but still good. I liked it. Still good. My Private Idaho. Okay. This is definitely Keanu Reeves' probably one of his more serious roles I've ever seen him in. Him and River Phoenix, rest in peace. They ended up being very good friends after this movie, of course. Two best friends living on the streets of Portland as hustlers embark on a journey of self-discovery and find their relationships stumbling along the way. Pretty much. These guys are just, just trying to figure out life and yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I don't give a lot away, a lot of twists and turns, whatever. Like I said, in other movies I've reviewed, but yeah, very good movie. Same director who did Drugstore Cowboy. So if you like that movie, you'll definitely like this movie for sure. Yeah. Paul Abdul Rush. Huh. He was in that, really? Okay. I don't know. I always forget Paula Abdul songs. I don't know. I remember she did something with Coca-Cola too. I don't know. So they're just I don't know. They get I guess they had that in common. I don't know. Did he ever go out with her or no? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Anyways, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like I said, he had I think this is the one where he had kind of a weird accent too. I don't know. He couldn't master this one, but despite all that. Excellent movie. You got Gary Oldman in there. Definitely one of the better Dracula movies of all time, for sure. Again, I don't want to give a lot away, but it's a very good movie. Check it out. Freaked. I did maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. Much Ado About Nothing. I did not see that one. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. I assume that's true. Little Buddha, I never saw that one. I did hear good things though. There we go. Speed. Now, talked about this before. I remember seeing this movie at the drive-in. 2-movie feature. True Lies, Speed. Kicked ass, man. I think I stayed for the whole movie. I don't know. I think my mom had like a headache or something. But I ended up seeing it later. It was still good. This is a great movie. Like I said, he started that whole buzz cut look. I remember I got it right after the movie. Awesome movie. He plays a cop and he's after another dude who's just putting all these bombs all over the place. And then he finds out there's a bomb on the bus. Stay above 50. And I think it was more like Nicolas Cage there. But anyways, we got Sandra Bullock, introduced her. This is just after Demolition Man, I guess. Dennis Hopper. Even the Angry Video Game Nerd made a mention saying that basically if you wanted like a good bad guy in the 80s or 90s, you get Dennis Hopper. He was just down for whatever. He always kicked ass. Jeff Daniels is in it. Awesome movie. Great action. I still want to know to this day, can they actually make that jump with a bus? Like, is it physically possible to do that. And I'm not going to do my research because I'm pretty sure it's not, but who gives a shit? Okay, it's an action movie. Don't read too much into it. It is fucking awesome. Okay? Pop quiz, asshole. Johnny Mnemonic. I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of this movie, I gotta be honest. Yeah. A Walk in the Clouds. I've never seen this movie, but I can already tell it looks like some kind of a rom-com. Keanu Reeves stole Indiana Jones's hat for some reason. Chain Reaction. Chain Reaction. What the fuck is this? Sort of remember this movie, not really. It's funny, like even looking at the movie poster, he looks the fucking same 25 years later. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, like the gods, a lot of these gods, they just use olive oil, and it just helps with the exfoliating. Feeling Minnesota. We talked about this before. Is when he started smoking. This is the one with, yeah, it is. That's what I thought. The one with Cameron Diaz. Yeah. Yeah, this movie was okay. It was, it was all right. It was all right. The Last Time I Committed Suicide. There's definitely some irony in that title. I didn't get the best rating. I don't know. It looks like, according to the movie poster, it might be about pool, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just one scene in the movie. I don't know. Okay, The Devil's Advocate. So like I said before, he gave up Speed 2. Beautiful move to work with Al Pacino. Wow, what a no-brainer that was. This movie's awesome too. You love Al Pacino. You love Keanu Reeves. He plays a lawyer, moving up, going to New York. He's figuring out all the shit, and he finds out he may or may not be working for the devil. He's married to Charlize Theron. I always forget how to pronounce that. But that last scene at the end, again, I'm not going to give anything away. That's a pretty crazy scene. So definitely recommend watching this movie. And then for 2 years, he didn't do anything. He was working on The Matrix, and I was going to put it to you like this. The Matrix, it's basically like when the first time I saw Terminator 2. It was just, it's one of those movies, it's a game changer. It really is. Like, the special effects in it were fucking awesome. Great story, great concept, I heard some of these scenes, they would take 4 or 5 months to do. Well worth it. Well worth it. You find out that this world is just an illusion, and we're nothing but batteries or something. And I don't know what the fuck Will Smith was thinking when he turned down this movie, But then he made a good point. He said if he took the movie, then Val Kilmer was going to be, Morpheus, and I don't know. Listen, things worked out just fine. Okay, this is a phenomenal movie. It's awesome. Can I say the same about the next two? We'll get to it. Action TV series, we did that. Me and Will. What's this? The poster describes it as Thelma and Louise meets Easy Rider. Okay. 5.1 rating. I don't think it's anywhere close to Easy Rider. Paul Reiser. I'm tired, guys. Anyways, The Replacements. Like I said before, he plays he never made it to the NFL. He had a bad game, and then the whole concept of this thing is some players go on strike in NFL, and then they get replacement players. He plays the quarterback, and this is an excellent cast of comedic people. Like, it really was well done. A lot of funny people. Apparently, they were supposed to make another one, but it just never ended up happening. But, I think this movie did okay at the box office. It wasn't a huge hit, but it wasn't a disappointment either. But very funny movie, very entertaining, Gene Hackman's in it. Enough said. That's it. The Watcher. What is he watching? 5.3 rating. I don't know. He wasn't watching that much. Sorry. I'm kidding. Anyways, I actually never heard of this movie. The Watcher. Fuck, I don't know. There's so many of these movies I've just never heard of. The Gift. I never heard of this either. Sam Raimi. Really? Okay. Kate Blanchett, Katie Holmes, Keanu Reeves. All right. Okay. Is it just me, or is like Katie Holmes gotten better looking as she's gotten older? I don't know. Like, I never really got the whole thing of Katie Holmes on Dawson's Creek, but I think she looks even better now. I don't know. It's got nothing to do with Keanu Reeves. I'm just saying. Sweet November. I thought he was Canadian. There's nothing sweet about November in Canada. Oh, he's teamed up with Charlize Theron again? Okay, all right, well, okay, maybe it could be sweet. Okay. I never heard of this movie. I never saw it. Hardball. Okay, Hardball, as far as I know, this is based on a true story. It's about a guy with a horrible gambling problem. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. And, to make a couple extra bucks, he's got this friend who's a lawyer. He decides to go in a really bad area, of... this place where he's living. I forgot where it was. And he's just, he's teaching a baseball team, and, he gets very attached to the kids, and, he, again, something, happens with the whole gambling thing. I don't want to give that away, but, he learns a couple lessons along, the line there, and, good movie. I like this. So, nothing overly big. It's no Matrix, but it's a good little movie. The Animatrix, obviously blowing your voice for that, more money. The Matrix Reloaded. Oh, man. Look, like I said, the first Matrix is a classic movie. Not even just action, it's an awesome movie. It really is. And everyone, heard, okay, they're going to make two more of them. They're going to make them at the same time. They did what Back to the Future did with 2 and 3 there, like, why not? Save a couple bucks. You might as well. We're all looking forward to this, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was extremely disappointed in this movie. I felt there was so much filler, and there's one scene where they're all just dancing. I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Not much of a story. I mean, the animation, or the special effects, whatever, it was okay. I mean, that highway scene, it was okay, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Sorry. Yeah. And then we waited for the third one, and, we'll get to that in a bit. Enter the Matrix, video game, loaned his voice. There you go. Kid Story. Short. He played Neo again. And then that same year, in 2003, The Matrix Revolutions came out. And, geez. Guys, I'm not even going to lie to you again. I couldn't even get through this one. I mean, at one point, there's something in a subway scene, and they're talking, and I'm like, I just thought to myself, like, what the fuck are they talking about? I have no idea what's going on in this movie anymore. Like, I don't know. Like, they're just, yeah. I'm really gonna hope the fourth one, saves it. Let's just, maybe they learn from their mistakes for the first, for the last two, whatever. Just, it can't end like this. Let's just, they are going to make the fourth one. So let's, thank God for John Wick. Anyways, something's got to give. He was in this for a little bit. I think he played a doctor in this, didn't he? Yeah. It was okay, I don't know what's more not believable, him playing a doctor or Jack Nicholson going out with a woman his same age. But, it's to each his own. Ellie Parker, never saw. Thumbsucker, never saw this one. Although the title. Justin throws himself to everyone around him into chaos when he attempts to break free from his addiction to his thumb. Huh. Okay. I guess there's worse addictions, I guess. Constantine. Now, this is, in my opinion, this is one of his most underrated movies. Some people didn't like this movie. I liked it. I didn't see it till like a couple years ago, but I finally got around to seeing it. Despite Shia LaBeouf being in it, I'm gonna talk about that Malaka one day. But anyways, this is a great movie. Really cool movie. I mean, the whole point is like he's like facing demons and all this shit. And again, I don't want to give a lot away. I mean, visually it looks fucking awesome. Great story. I loved it. So you got a chance, check this one out for sure. Echo. It's a short he did. Never saw that. Scanner Darkly. Cool little movie. The whole movie is done with, I don't even know what it's called. I mean they're acting in it, but like it's like painted over with animation. I don't know what that's called, whatever, but great cast. Robert Downey Jr. is in it, Woody Harrelson. Great little movie. Check it out. The Lake House. Again, looks like another rom-com. Teams up again with Sandra Bullock. I'm seeing a pattern here with Keanu Reeves. So, like, he'll do a movie with a woman, and, I mean, worst case scenario, like, if it doesn't work out, they'll just, see her again later on. So that's cool, man. Street Kings. This movie's pretty good. It's nothing, again, it's no Matrix. I get it. But it's a cool little movie. I liked it. The Day the Earth Stood Still, which I believe was a remake. I wasn't feeling this remake. I got to be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of Hollywood doing all this remake shit or reboot or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It just come up with some original ideas, guys, please. I know we're all going nuts here during quarantine here, but just help us out here. That's all. The Private Lives of Pippa Lee. Never saw this one. Decent little rating. What else? Again, original ideas. That's I can't talk about that enough. I'm just saying. Easy to Assemble. It's a TV series in that. Henry's Crime. I never saw that. Generation did not see that one. Man of Tai Chi. Like I said before, it's the first one he directed. I think I remember this movie. The CGI looked a little off. I think I wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Like I said, man. Like your first attempt. It may not be a home run. But don't give up. I am curious to see what else Keanu Reeves would do if he directed again. Dan Aykroyd only directed one movie too, and it wasn't that good. Let's just be honest. But again, whatever. You just try again. Who cares? Fuck. It's Hollywood. You're given a million chances. 47 Ronin. I remember this one too. Actually, no, maybe this one had the animation. I don't know. Whatever. I wasn't really feeling this one either. I got to be honest. Extreme Pursuit. Video short. Okay. Here we go. John Wick. Okay. So, the first John Wick movie, I'm not going to lie to you. The first half is... the second half has, like, awesome action. And the first half, this proves, that you do not fuck with a person's dog. Okay, I'm not the biggest dog lover, but if I had a dog and somebody killed it, I'd be fucking pissed. So don't mess with John Wick's dog. Okay, now this movie's awesome. Like I said before, I felt it started off a little slow. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean that second half just kicks it in the next gear. I mean The action scenes, for a guy Keanu Reeves' age, for him to still be an action star like this, I don't know. He and Liam Neeson, I don't know, must be taking some super pills or something. But we'll talk about Liam Neeson another time. I know what happened. Yeah. Anyways, the point is, this is an awesome movie. And I will talk about the sequels in a little bit. Knock Knock. Who's there? No, that's the name of the movie. I never saw that. Interrogation's Gone Wrong. He's in that TV series. Exposed. I never saw that one. Anyone Can Quantum. Is a little short. He narrated and he plays himself. Keanu. Is that the stupid movie about the cat? Yeah, I didn't like this movie. I don't know. I got friends of mine that for some reason love this movie. I don't know why. I like those dudes. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I don't want no beef here. I'm just saying I wasn't feeling this movie. Okay, I'm entitled to my opinion. The Whole Truth. I never saw this one. I didn't see this one. The Neon Demon. Neon Demon. Sounds trippy. No, I never saw this one. There's a woman in here that I assume plays a blonde demon. I don't know. I didn't see it. The Bad Batch. Never saw this one either. There's so many Keanu Reeves movies I've just never heard of. I don't know. Like, why? What's going on here, guys? Quantum is Calling. TV movie. Does that one too. Okay. The film Prayer. Short. Plays the narrator. To the Bone. There's another movie that sounds like a porn. Never saw this one. No, it's never saw that one. It was on Netflix, so yeah, free to watch. John Wick 2. Okay. Now, there's a movie called Shoot 'Em Up. Okay, stars Clive Owen. The movie's awesome. If you've never heard of it, go see it. It's just action from beginning to end. And I think to myself sometimes, why don't they make more movies like this? And then years later, they did. It's called John Wick Chapter 2. Now, there's a point in this movie where he goes to Italy, whatever, gets some guns for 10 minutes, I like this one, cool. And then the rest of the movie is just non-stop action. It is fucking awesome, okay? And that's what I like in an action movie. I like a story, don't get me wrong. I'm not totally stupid, not totally. But, when sometimes I just want to sit down and watch a kick-ass action movie. And that's what these movies provide me. Again, you're seeing Keanu Reeves kick some serious ass. And, this is awesome. There's a couple surprises in there, I don't want to tell you, Maybe a reunion of some kind. I don't know. But I'm just saying, this is awesome movie. Awesome. Jerry Cantrell, A Job to Do, lyric video. He was in that. Happening of Monumental Proportions. Never heard of this one either. So many movies I've just never heard of. Okay. Swedish Dicks. Sorry. It's a TV series. He plays Tex. Never heard of that show. Siberia. Never heard of this one. Oof. 4.3 out of 10. Oh, shit. Destination Wedding. Never heard of this one either. Okay, teams up with Winona Ryder again. Replicas. I heard this movie was horrible. I never saw it. It was in theaters for a week or something. I don't know. Again, a lot of these movies, I don't know, they just kind of, either you never hear of or they tank. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. Shit. John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. Again, These movies kick serious ass. I can't put enough emphasis on that. These are awesome action movies. There's a scene in this movie, where he literally uses a horse as a weapon. Okay? Let me repeat that. He uses a horse as a weapon. I'm not saying he is on the horse and he's got a sword or a gun, whatever. You just got to see it for yourself. These movies are awesome. Halle Berry's in it. What more do you fucking want in a movie, people? Jesus. I can't wait for John Wick 21. It doesn't matter. The next one's coming out in May 21. Hopefully, Corona better not affect this shit. I'm just saying, I will watch these movies till the day I die. They're awesome movies. And this one, again, does not disappoint. He shot my dog. I get it. Always be my maybe. Now again, I'm not the biggest fan of rom-coms, but I heard he did a funny cameo in this one. And he played himself apparently. So, yeah. Toy Story 4, Duke Kaboom. Says it all. Plays a Canadian motorcycle stuntman. That's kind of typecast, but okay. It was good. I enjoy all the Toy Story movies. I think they're all great. Have I cried at a couple of them? That's none of your fucking business. The point is, there's a nice little cameo with Keanu Reeves. Between Two Ferns, the movie, played himself. I always enjoy when Zach Galifianakis does all those, so that's cool. And yeah, he's got a lot of stuff coming up. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. I'm trying to remember, was he in the last one or something? They made some kind of joke out of it or something. Again, I think he might have played a god. I don't know. Again, it's are we not seeing a theme at this point, guys? Okay. Bill and Ted Face the Music. We already talked about that. We're looking forward to that. Cyberpunk 2077. Okay. Hold on, let me get my trailer voice here going here. In Night City, the mercenary known as V navigates a dystopian society in which the line between humanity and technology becomes blurred. Well, judging by the movie poster, it looks like it's going to kick some ass. So let's do it. I got a prediction that Keanu Reeves is still going to keep kicking ass in his 60s. But anyways, Rally Car. Again, he loves his racing. All it says is Rally Car Race in China. It's got a picture of him in a race car, ready to go. I like he's got the Canadian colors, red and white, going. That's definitely done on purpose. I caught that. I just want to say that. John Wick 4, yeah. Survey says we're ready for that one, folks. Okay, 2022. Fuck. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll wait. Fine. Rain, TV miniseries. He plays John Rain. An assassin specializes in making his hits look like they've died from natural causes. Oh, okay. So now he's okay. So you gotta keep in mind, guys. I mean, ever since Netflix and all that, now you can be an actor and you can do the whole acting thing in movies, and now go back to TV, and people are like, "Oh, you just do TV. Why don't you do movies?" Hey, listen, TV is taking over the whole movie game. I mean, let's just be honest. So now Keanu Reeves looks like he's gonna jump on top of that, then there you go. Okay, all right. Maybe John Rain is John Wick's brother. Who the fuck knows? Matrix 4 is coming. Like I said, I hope this one's good. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I don't know. I I hope it's good. Okay, but keep in mind, I hoped Venom was going to be good too. But again, maybe just I'm just saying, let's see what happens. And the last one is Past Midnight, which if I do this podcast any longer, it's going to feel like that. But anyways, it says nothing. It says nothing. Yeah, it's got no description. The same dude who did the movie Dope and the TV show The Shy, The Wood. I remember that movie in 1999. I thought that was funny. Talk to Me. I remember that movie. Good movie. I actually I went out with a black woman who said she was an extra in that. Did I ever tell that story? I don't know. The point is, Keanu Reeves has done so much in his career. I mean, and the guy shows no signs of slowing down. So, I know Kung Fu. I don't. But the point is, Keanu Reeves, he just seems like a really cool dude. He really does. He's just nice guy, very appreciative of, how his career has gone. And, it's just good to see that. That's all. I mean, after all these years, he's just still showing signs of, being a very nice human being. And like I've implied many times, possibly a god. But the most important thing to remember from all this is that, please, for fuck's sakes, please make The Matrix 4 a good movie. I'm sorry, I just can't stress this enough, okay? Please, please, please. If not for me, then for the great Keanu Reeves.